Well, appreciate everybody being here. I hope everybody had a Merry, Merry Christmas. I know me and my family did, and most important, my ladies that I'm coaching here in Mississippi State. What a great trip we had down in Tampa. It was more than basketball for us. It felt great to play at a high level and finish strong before Christmas break. But we got to spend a lot of great time together, get to know each other, go to some roller coasters down there at Busch Gardens, surprise them with a little Christmas present, play with some baby alligators, which for the record, I will say I did not grab it. I did touch it, but was scared to grab it. But no, it was a moments of fun and things that you'll never forget. Excited, again, how we finished, and like everybody in the country, I think I speak for all coaches, we'll see what kind of team I have coming back. I told them to bottle all the good things that we did well, but the sacrifices that my young ladies have made, they needed a good little break to go home. They're currently working their way back now. We actually have some delays going on with flights across the country. I think everybody is aware of the weather. My thoughts and prayers go to to everyone who's affected by the cold across the country and the delays that are going across the country. And obviously we're getting hit by that. But expect everybody back tonight, and we'll get back to work and see what kind of team I have for the best time of year, and that's SEC basketball. So we're excited. And with that being said, answering these questions.
You sounded really confident in Tampa after those two games with good reason. I mean, they were playing really well. They were hitting the shots
that
were kind of slow coming in earlier games. How do you resume that intensity when they get back tonight?
I just think they fall back on the why. We had a good heart-to-heart that your habits and how you go about attacking this game, it's funny how things can come out in your favor. We were committed to getting focused earlier in practices. We had a little 15-minute segment where I challenged them to get back to the basics and form shooting, getting your mind right and coming out and really just attacking practices. I thought they did that once finals were over. Shots started going in, and that's the one thing I've talked about with this team. They're an energy team. They play extremely hard, which they've done all year on the defensive end, but boy, are they fun to watch when shots also go in. So I'm just happy for them and all the hard work they put in, and then now that school's still out, let's see if we can't get some more shots before our first games at Vanderbilt.
Kind of segue into that with Vanderbilt, just what do you know about them so far? I know, probably for non-conference, you can probably get some tape off of them. So what's your opinion of the conference?
Yeah, well, obviously I have a lot of respect for Shea Ralph, the head coach at Vanderbilt. She's a winner. Has won national championships at UConn, was a heck of a player. Her team takes on her personality. They are tough, but also feel sorry for what she's had to go through. They've had some major injuries. So to your point, looking back on the non-conference schedule, I've watched probably already 5 games on them since I had a couple of days off, and it's been different each game because of what she's had to manage with all the injuries, but each game she's been in, they've been tough. They fight. The one that got my attention was North Carolina State, who I believe has a chance to make a Final Four run again. That was, it was a 9-point game against a Final Four team. So she'll have them prepared, and then we've got to make sure we're prepared when we go up there as well.
In your days as an assistant, have you ever had any experiences with the baseline?
Oh, yeah.
And things like that, just kind of story behind that maybe.
No, I love it. I'm a fan of unique environments and opportunity. I think it's great for our game. It's kind of like baseball with Fenway or, that magical park. I think it's cool to play there. I think Nashville's a cool city, so I have nothing but respect for that environment. And I think my players might like it more because they might be able to hear me. I'll be lower on the baseline, so we'll see how I manage that sideline / baseline this upcoming week.
If you could just talk a little bit about Jess Carter, with everything she went through last year, and then you talking her up all the time, basically, I think since before the season, is one of the best post players in the country. What's it been like seeing her find herself again and back up that reputation?
Yeah, awesome. because again, man, what a special young lady. And for first and foremost, I'm forever grateful. I think that was my Christmas present to myself from her, staying and allowing me to coach her, because we're all aware of the portal and kids being able to leave. So for her to come back for me was everything, and I promised her I would give her my heart and soul and pour into her, because obviously I watched the tape. I knew her in high school, recruited her a little bit at Louisville, but obviously didn't win that as she ended up here in Mississippi State. So it's awesome to see how things play out, and then now get to coach her, and then just her believing in our staff. I have to give a major shout out also to Coach Page. You know, she's a WNBA pro. She has a heck of a history, so Coach Page has really poured into her as well as her position coach, along with Corey Irvin and my staff. So she's been bought in, and it's, again, just exciting to see all the hard work she's put in. And to what I've said, I think she's one of the best, and boy, did those numbers look like it the other day when we played down in Tampa.
Yeah, you talked about the team's ability to keep that intensity through the end of the games, and how all the strength and conditioning work has paid off, as well as the shots falling and everything. It seems like things are starting to come together. Do you think that confidence is really spread throughout the team? I
do. I just think they're really bought in. We have a chip on our shoulder. Obviously, we're going to take it into the SEC. I think the media picked us to finish 8th. I've got a room that feels like we're better than that, but you know what? You can feel that way all you want. You got to go out and prove it. And we got to take it one game at a time. So for me, again, I'm so happy with non-conference. We checked that box, but today it's a new focus. I'll be able to answer some of these questions better after I see the team I got on the court here in about 2 hours to see if they've got that same fire. But if I was a betting man, I think they do. And I'm excited for the week ahead.